First of all, I'm going to add a node. And this node is going to be the node that you hit in the game. So I'm going to call it hit me. And I'm going to create some states for this node. So first of all, I'm going to say that you can't grab the node. And I'm going to create 4 states in total. And each of the states, I'm going to move the node into a different position. And these are going to be the positions that it's going to animate between to make it harder to hit. So if I cycle between those now, you can see the positions that we've got. Now I'll set up an event to allow us to do the animation. So I'm going to say whenever the state is changed, I want to be able to move it. So first of all, I'm going to delay just over ½ second. And then after that, I'm going to change the node state. And this is going to make it pick one of the 4 random positions we've set up. And I'm going to give it a slight delay just so you can see a bit of animation between those different positions. Now, I also want to detect when you hit it. So on an overlap, I'm going to say when you overlap it, so when you hit it with your hand, I want it to set a variable. So if I choose the variable that I want to affect, and we've got a variable called score, I'm going to just change that so it appears on the back of your hand. And whenever we hit it, we want to add that to a formula and add 1 to it. So we're going to increment the score. And also after changing the score, I'm going to tell it to set a couple of overrides. So for 0.7 of a second, I'm going to change the node's colour. And I'm going to disable overlaps so you can't hit it too quickly. So next I'm going to add another node, and this node is going to be a timer to give you a limit to the game. So if I look on the states on this, I'm going to set the first state to be text, and I'm going to tell it to pick that text up from a new variable that we're going to create now. So we'll create a variable called timer, and we'll give it a default value of 20 seconds. So we'll use that, and you can see it's displayed there. And we can change its colour. And I'm going to have another state. I'm going to just call it end. And the text in there, I'm just going to say it's ended, we're done. And now I shall set up some events to make the timer work. So we can set up events that occur when a formula is evaluated. And this one, I just want to happen always. So I'm just going to put true in the formula. And I'm going to say when this happens, I'm going to set a variable, which is the timer. And I'm going to set it to itself -1. So that's going to count the timer down. And importantly, I need to add a delay of a second so it doesn't count down too quickly. Now, I'm going to need another event as well when the game's over. So on this one, I'm going to evaluate a variable. So I'm going to look at the timer again and say when it's less than 1, then we need to do something. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the node status of this node to the ended state. And we're also going to change the visibility of, not of this node, but of the hit me node, and we're going to hide it, just so that you can't carry on hitting it. And that should be it. So let's give it a try. So if I play, so you can see the node being animated, got no score. When I hit it, it changes colour and with either hand, and it increases the score. So there you go. So the time is counted down and finished, and we've got a score of 13.